Donald Trump's realization that his legal issues are no longer hypothetical came on the day he was charged with 34 felonies for falsifying corporate records pertaining to hush money payments. According to experts, the scope and seriousness of impending probes may ultimately doom him and his chances of winning the election. In his bid to retake the White House in 2024, Trump has so far been able to utilize the hush money indictment to his political advantage. Nevertheless, analysts warn that the scope and seriousness of the future probes might ultimately doom Trump and his chances of winning the presidency. The Truth About Trump author and political pundit Michael D'Antonio claimed that prior to this, Trump has always had a stubbornness, a smug pride, and an unwillingness to show emotion. He continued by saying that Trump must understand his predicament, how serious it is, and the fact that the political consequences matter just as much to him as the narrative he can spin about them. The $1.6 billion defamation case filed by Dominion Voting Systems against Fox News is set to go to trial on April 17. A civil trial in a New York lawsuit involving Trump is set to start on April 25. The New York Attorney General, Letitia James, filed a fraud claim against Donald Trump and his Trump Organization on October 2. A prosecutor in Georgia is looking into Trump's apparent attempts to reverse his 2020 loss of the election in that state. Trump would not be able to ask a future Republican president for mercy if he were to be found guilty, since such pardons do not extend to state offenses. According to University of Michigan law expert Barbara McQuaid, the Georgia case is the most dangerous since it involves election meddling and because Trump, should he win the presidency again, would not be able to pardon himself. Donald Trump is under investigation by the Justice Department for his conduct during the 2020 election, particularly the lies that sparked the uprising on January 6 and his retention of highly confidential papers after leaving the White House in 2021. Trump came back. Tuesday night, he spoke from his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, focusing the majority of his remarks on the case involving the classified information, suggesting that he saw it as the greatest threat. Investigators now have new information suggesting that the former president may have obstructed justice by refusing to comply with a subpoena requiring the handover of all classified papers. Trump is scheduled to return to court in New York on December 4 in relation to the allegations surrounding hush money payments made during the 2016 presidential campaign. Senior scholar at the Brookings Institution in Washington, Norman Eisen, claimed that the moment he entered formal custody in New York, he had a terrible realization of the challenges he would face. The 45th president might go to prison, according to Eisen, author of Overcoming Trumpery: How to Restore Ethics, the Rule of Law, and Democracy. Trump, 76, may no longer be able to sleep soundly at Mar-a-Lago, despite a rise in the primary polls as Republicans support him. Trump, according to history professor Alan Lichtman of American University in Washington, resembles a man with pins poking into his torso and is scared of being restrained.